My goodness, it feels like a minute since we've been able to do one of these YouTube videos. So talk to me. How you guys doing? What's new? What's going on in your lives? So a lot of cool things have been going on within JGE, Jungle Games Entertainment. I know that you guys have heard of LGS's, local game stores, but we are kind of now turning into what we like to call a VGS, so a virtual game store. So we've just expanded. If you guys are new here, if you guys have not yet checked us out, we started out, my son and I, just selling singles for Pokemon way back in the day, a little over a year ago. From there, we branched into Magic. From there, we also brought in the element of gaming because we were Twitch affiliate streamers, just the whole thing. And since then, Jungle Games Entertainment really took off, and we're having an amazing time doing so, and we want to bring you along for the ride. But one of the most recent things that came into development was we were invited to participate in WARD, the trading card game. It's up there somewhere. Shout out to the two brothers who founded the game a few years back. Game's really been taking off. It's become really popular. We met somebody that actually won one of the WARD tournaments in 2025, I believe. His name is Harry D. He's also a member of the Jungle Games Entertainment team. He handles a lot of news and updates when it comes to WARD. But he was like, hey, Nate, if you guys are interested, we're actually throwing an AJ League, which is Average Joe League. And basically what that meant was we were able to participate in this WARD trading card game online, but we could only use commons and uncommons to do so. And we were like, you know what? I've really only played with Patrice, my fiance. I've never actually played with anybody else. So I'm like, this might be a really good opportunity to get myself out there, to get the name of JGE out there, but more so learn the game, learn the ins and outs, learn the mechanics. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go. Let's make it happen. So what I want to do now, shout out to the WARD community. You guys have been super welcoming. I've had an amazing time inside of the Discord. You guys have been always there to answer questions, help me out with deck building and coming up with it. Because I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. When I first built my initial deck, right, I had no idea what I was doing. I was talking to ChatGPT. I'm trying to figure out what cards I can throw in there. No idea. So long and the short of it is, over the next couple weeks, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to showcase my matches. I've recorded them with the permission of my opponent, and you guys are going to be able to judge and watch and figure out where I went wrong, what mistakes I made, what I could have done better, give me some more tips, some more pointers, so that way, coming back, once we do another tournament, hopefully your boy has stepped it up a little bit. That's the goal. That we going to see what happens. But what I want to do is walk you guys through my build. I want to walk you guys through my deck that of choice that we constructed prior to the tournament starting. I believe it's lasting 4 or 5 weeks, and then they go into the finals. We'll see if we make it to the finals. And then after that, there's prize give outs to those that place in the top. Is it going to be us? You guys got to follow along to find out. But let me back it up just a bit. So if you are not familiar with WARD, before I even show off the game, WARD to me is an amazing TCG that is different than any other. One, because of the fact that it uses a dice element. So it really does not matter, I'm growing along very quickly, whose guy is the strongest initially. Like when you're sitting there head to head. If you are not very good at rolling dice, you can miss, you can critical miss. It can be one of those kind of situations that goes left very quickly. And it's also interesting because when you are playing WARD and you're playing head-to-head, so 1v1, everybody attacks on everybody's turn. So it's just a matter of, if you know Dungeons and Dragons, you know about like armor levels and speeds and all that. Well, that's exactly what this is like. Which monster has the most buffs on it to be able to make it the fastest, which army has the highest armor or the armor class or armor level, right? And that's going to say, hey, can you beat that with a dice roll? If you can beat it, if you can match it, or if you can beat it, then you can hit me. If you can't, that doesn't even matter how strong you are. You done already missed. You guys will see that a lot. But doesn't matter. I digress. Either way, so I want to give you a quick overview, just a little bit of what WARD was looking like that way, how it kind of plays. You can also do it where you can play boss deck battles where it's just you and a friend or you and a couple other family members are playing against kind of like an NPC or and kind of one of those situations where it comes in a little battle box, deck box. I think we have the Frog King up that way. If you guys are interested, again, JungleGamesENT.com. Again, JungleGamesENT.com. Go ahead, check us out. Use code Jungle5 for $5 off your first order if you guys are interested in jumping into it. The other really cool aspect, so I think this would be number 3, is the fact that if you get your hands on 3 of the booster box, like the booster packs, 3 booster packs, you can build a deck. Because deck sizes are only 30 cards. 30 cards is all you need. And one of the hints that was given to me that I'm going to pass along to you guys, because we're going to keep it fully transparent, fully honest around here, you guys already know that, is that roughly right around 8 to 10 character cards is going to be right around your sweet spot, depending upon the kind of build that you are. And then from there, you're going to fill it up with like equipment, magic spells, and all these other fun things that'll be able to help you interact and build your characters up whilst trying to nerf the opponent's player and try to stop them from being able to combo off, which happens. It can happen. So with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to jump over here to this other screen. Let me see what we got going on here. So this is my build. This is what I came up with. So this is the very first one. This is an advantage for the dice roll. It allows me, and I'm just going to do a very brief overview on some of these, but what it should, in theory, allow me to do is that if I roll a die, I've rolled a die, it doesn't work. When you roll it, something happens, something bad happens. Well, this allows you to re-roll it, right? It allows you to be able to say, hey, this one didn't go the way that I wanted it to. Let me go ahead and try it again. After that, we're using this Bramble Field, right? This Bramble Field. If there's a monster that does not have any wings, that's in currently what we can call like the attack zone or up front facing, somebody that is actually going to be doing all the swinging. If that monster doesn't have any wings on it, it's going to take 5 damage. Again, let's go down. Let's move forward a little bit here. So like, let's choose Inferno Wizard. So the AL or the armor level is 6. Hit points is 5. So when I was talking about taking that 5 damage, that's exactly what I mean. So the hit points is where you're going to start at. And then from there, if you take 5 damage, you'd be down to 45. Speed is exactly what we kind of talked about a little bit before, about if this monster was up against, let's just use another one of my monsters. Let's use the Frog Bard. Speed 1 versus, let's just call it a speed 10. Who would be faster? You guys guessed it. Right, the speed 10, higher number, higher speed, that card's going to be able to attack first. It doesn't mean or guarantee that that card is actually going to hit the opponent, but it does mean that that card will be able to swing first. So let's carry on a little bit. So then you got your attack beacon, and then this one basically says creatures with a base AL of 6 or less and no other card effects gain the following attack dice roll +1. So you're going to have your hit die, which is your chance to be able to hit, and then you're going to have your attack die for being able to understand if you're going to be doing some of the damage. And I'm hopefully going to be able to explain that properly. But for any of you ward heads that are out there, if I mess up on any of these things, this is what this is all about. Help me, correct me. I'm very new to this situation, so please make sure that you guys write it down below. And also, if you are, we'll work backwards this time. If you guys play Ward, if you guys have checked out Ward, what's your favorite build? What's your favorite way to be able to construct a deck? What's your ratios that you like? Right? Let's start there. And if you're new here, put down below !new. Right in the comments, !new. Let's start a conversation. All right, let's keep moving right along. Mind Sap, I guess it is. At any point during the game, play this card from your hand to negate the equipped creature's effects. While equipped to that creature, it acts as an infinite or unlimited equipped magic card, meaning it's going to remain on the battlefield. There is going to be a point in time here where you guys are going to be able to watch some of the gameplay. Like I said, I recorded it, so that way it's going to make it hopefully a little bit easier for you guys to understand and see the layout of where you're going to be able to put your magic cards. You can have 5 zones for that, where some of the monsters and or if there's a creature that's going to have a secondary creature that allows you to attack with it, you might see a little bit of that as well. So use this first video as kind of like an overall reference point, and then you can come back to this one as well. So after you watch some of the battles and you guys pick up on some of the concepts and some of the key components of what's going on with it, you guys will be able to shoot back over here, check this out again, and be like, I see what Nate was trying to do. Or you're gonna be like, oh man, okay, Kong, I see what you attempted to do, but this is where you went wrong, and this is what you should have swapped out. And I'd welcome both thoughts. I'd welcome both. All right, let's move right along. So negative, discard 1 magic card from your hand. Again, you're going to be able to draw because it's like a TCG. Of course, it's a TCG, so you're going to draw for turn. You have a card in your hand. You have to discard a magic card. Magic cards are these blue ones here. So all these. So you have to discard one of the magic cards to destroy another magic card that's on the field. There have been rumors that people are able to use that to destroy their own if they would like to target their own for whatever kind of cool combo they're working out. But typically, and from what I've seen, especially from the AJ, the Average Joe League, you're using that to be able to stop your opponent from being able to do something crazy to one of your creatures that's on the field. Or stop them from being able to equip a magic card to one of their cards that's making them a little bit OP or overpowered, in my opinion, that's making it hard for me to be able to swing and attack and land it. The dice not cooperating is a whole nother thing. We'll get into that later. My gosh, I struggle a lot. But okay, let's move on. Again, I digress. Double hit. So, equipped creature can initiate battle twice during the turn. Your opponent can only return attack to one of those battles. Now, remember a little bit ago we were talking about it, and I said that on each player's turn, both players attack. So, on my turn, what would happen is, after I'm done doing whatever kind of card play I would like to do, I could initiate going to combat if I so choose. If I am faster, I swing first. Then the opponent has a chance to rebuttal. Nice. Well, with this card here, even after that normal exchange of me attacking, them attacking, and this is, again, just completely hypothetical, I would then be able to attack again. And this is like a one use, and then after that it just goes directly to the cemetery, or other commonly known as like the discard pile, but call it a cemetery from here. So we've got Bull Power, attack +2, speed +2, hit +2, AL +2. You just +2 all across the board on your said character, right? Because it's an equip card. Moving forward, we got the Magic Ring. Magic Ring is +5, so hit +5, which means in the very beginning of the video when I was talking a little bit about if you have a chance to hit, are you going to be able to hit it before you roll for damage? Can my 2 dice that I rolled, 2d6, is that going to be able to beat, let's just say, this AL of 6? So can I roll 2d6 and can I beat it? Well, with this hit +5, let's just say I roll 2 2s. If I roll 2 2s, that'd be a 4. I needed to beat a 6. But if I have this card equipped, this Magic Ring gives me a +5 to that hit. So, in that case, 2 + 2 + 5. You're going to learn math really quickly in this game. 9. Yes, I hit. Now we can go ahead and move to damage step. Right? Perfect. So we got 3 of those as well. Nightmare Claw, which is attack die roll +1. So, again, this one's hit. Now we're going to go to attack. So once we go to attack, I get to roll an additional die. So let's use this guy for an example. The Tattoo Strike, right, for the Tri-Dragon. This shows that I get to use 3 dice with a modifier +3. We're going to have a whole nother video where I'm going to go more into modifiers and changing all that. This is just a quick overview up here. We can go more in depth into all that a little bit later when I understand it a little bit better, so I can explain it a little bit better, so that way you guys can be able to understand and comprehend a little bit better. I ain't trying to throw nobody off. I ain't trying to confuse not any of us, right? So, with that being said, so this shows that you get to roll 3 dice for your attack. So you roll 3d6, but if you are equipped with this Nightmare Claw, then you'd be able to roll 4d6, which can be crazy damage. All right, so that's Nightmare Claw. Frog Bard, which is a card that I've really come to realize you don't necessarily want to start this card because, look at his AL is 1, speed is 1, and hit points are 10, which means it doesn't take much for this guy to go down. However, he does have an ability on him that says you may play this card from your hand as an equipped magic card to the primary creature. The equipped creature gains this card's attack dice roll and the modifier. If this card is removed from the field, return it to your hand. So it doesn't necessarily go directly to the cemetery. It goes back to your hand so you can be able to use it again, which is amazing. But just like we were talking about here with this Tri-Dragon, 3 dice initially to be able to swing, but you also gain, if you were equipped with the Frog Bear, another die because it says you get this card's attack dice roll and the modifier. Again, we're going to go into modifiers a little bit later, but that would mean if this card was equipped, we would be rolling 4d6. If you had another card like this attached to it, you'd be rolling 5d6. Crazy numbers. It's amazing. Love it. All right, so that's Frog Bard. We talked a little bit about the Infernal Wizard a bit ago, but again, this card, very standard. And again, this is the AJ League. So this is the Average Joe League. I highly encourage you guys to check out the WARD Discord. If you guys would like to get a direct link for that, make sure that you join JGE. Make sure you type !Discord or Discord down below so that way we guys can get you in through us. I can connect you guys with Harry. He can go ahead, zoom you guys right on into the WARD Discord so that way you guys can continue to grow and meet the amazing community. Because I want this to be able to grow. I really want this to take off, and I want to be a help and try to figure out what we can do to support all across, which is why we're making this content. So, moving right along. Then we got the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon has no abilities attached to it, but you get to roll 3 dice and a modifier of +1. And the last big guy here. So, Also, I should also note, there is something in this game that allows you to be able to use larger monsters, creatures that have a higher AL. You have to do like a sacrifice to be able to move them off the board, or move them from your hand to the cemetery to be able to play larger bodies, right? So we'll go more into that, what the numbers look like, and creatures that are AL 1 through 6 versus creatures that are 7 through 11 and creatures that are 12 or better. We'll go into all that maybe on a later video. If you guys are interested, or you guys want me to make a part 2 to this that goes a little bit more in depth, just say in depth down below as well. I got you guys saying all types of stuff, but you know what? That's just going to start for great conversation. So go ahead and write more in depth, Nate, or call and get more in depth, and I got you. Go ahead and put that down below. We're going to make that happen. So yeah, this Tri-Dragon, this is my boss guy. This is my big bad, hey, you don't want none of this stuff right here, right? That's my thought. We're going to see how it all plays out as you guys are following along. Hopefully you guys do. If you have not yet, like, subscribe, share this with your friends, bring everybody in. I want to take y'all on the journey. You got it. So this card says, if this creature's hit dice match, it inflicts 3 times the attack damage. So when you're rolling, and you're rolling to hit, you got to see if you hit, right? You got to roll 2d6 to be able to see if you are going to beat a creature's AL. So if I would have rolled, let's call it 2 3s, then when it's time for me to do damage, 3 times the attack damage happens. And you guys see how quickly something like this can be boosted and powered up. Well, that's what the deck looks like. One of the cool things about this particular AJ League that I'm a part of is you don't have to use the same deck. You can change it, you can modify it, you can update it. The biggest thing is you can't use more than 3 of the same card, and it has to be a common and uncommon to be able to do so. But if I wanted to scratch this out week 2 and completely make a whole nother build, nothing's stopping me from being able to do so. They're allowing us to do it. Harry, shout out to you. Salute to you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being an amazing brother. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead, jump right on back. So that was a quick walkthrough of WARD TCG and the Average Joe League of what we're going to be participating with. Make sure that you guys follow along. Make sure that you guys tune in. Make sure that you guys leave comments. Let me know where I made mistakes, what I could have done better, what I could have done differently, what you would have done in those kind of situations. And what I'm hopefully going to be doing is, while I'm doing some of these games, kind of just sort of speaking along my thought process around it. My opponents, those are those that I'm going to be playing against. Thank you guys so much for being so cool, being so willing for me to be able to ask the questions that I need to, and in some cases take some plays back if I misplayed a little bit. But every game, hopefully we're going to get a little bit better. We're going to learn a little bit more, and we're going to be able to become more of a strong opponent, if you will. Get a little bit better, being able to give you guys a little bit more pressure. But I want to say thank you guys. Truly appreciate you all. What's happened over the last year, from going from just selling singles to now being able to sell sealed, to having distro, to be able to, couldn't have happened without you guys. We truly appreciate it, bottom of our hearts. Check us out, JGE, Jungle Games Entertainment. So it's JungleGamesENT.com. It's JungleGamesENT.com. Go ahead, check us out. Find us on Discord. Find us on all the socials. Follow us, support us. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in the jungle. Take care, y'all. Peace.